I feel so dumb right now because I'm basically standing in my room at 1 a.m. procrastinating, just, turning my heads all over again on this assignment of scientific writing and presentation skill of session 13 of making a TEDx talk video assignment uploaded to YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still stressing about what kind of topic that I should basically put into this video. I'm struggling. You can really see I'm struggling. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm just yapping. I'm just pouring all of my head into this video. It doesn't make any sense. And this struggle is just the exact thing that I'm facing. Like in high school, I would always struggle with studying in high school. I would basically be the quote unquote not the smartest person in the room or in the classroom, heck, even in the school. At 12th grade, I don't feel like I'm more smarter than a 10th grader, heck, even a 7th grader. I feel so dumb most of the time. I'm lacking. I don't understand what the teacher's talking about in class. I don't get what are they doing. And heck, even on like materials that I guess like I'm somewhat enjoy on studying, I still struggles. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, sure. At some grades, I may exceed those with like flying colors and such. Yeah, okay, fine. But then like on the next test, on the next assignment, I would then somehow, stupidly enough, fail. I would take remedials. I would get countless of errors on my grades, and I'm stressed. Can you tell I'm stressed? I'm so tired. I struggled all the way from 10th grade to 12th grade, and it doesn't help by the fact that in middle school, I all of us had pandemics. It doesn't help a lot. There's like countless of studies out there that showcase, oh my god, kids our age and people who have actually experienced pandemic or like online studying, they have learning loss and struggle in learning, struggle in studying, and I struggled a lot in high school. Can you tell? I'm also struggling on this assignment. And in high school, I would basically question myself, when will this hell of a cycle will end? And it ends in 3 years of countdown. You know, apparently somehow graduation just came along. It just occurred without me realizing the amount of time that had just passed. Graduation, and then there you have it. A whole month of holiday. No one, nothing, no assignments, no teachers are telling you to do stuff, to work on this. You failed on this. You need to improve yourself in this. It feels like heaven. But at some point, all of those holidays came off repetitive, and I just yearn for more? Question mark. It feels weird. And then after a long duration of holiday, college rolls in. And with college, who would have thought the hellish cycle that I experienced in high school just rolls back, came on, happening again. In college? Wow, who would have thought? Not me. I'm struggling in college, can you tell? I mean, honestly, all of us also struggles in college. I mean, my god, all of those ominous all of those ominous I meant unfamiliar studies. I don't get it. I don't get all the theories. Sometimes the teacher's lesson also don't make sense in my head. I need to like studies multiple times to actually get it, but sometimes I just don't get it. I just wing it. I feel so helpless most of the time. Like with all of those assignments, all of those labs, all of those lab reports, at some point I should feel more comfortable of to do it multiple times, but I will never be comfortable with it. I'm so scared every time I had a new assignment rolling in. What do you mean I need to do more? I don't know. I have more quizzes to do. I have more lab reports. I have more mini reports. I need to do pre-labs. I have homeworks to do. I'm struggling. I see myself, I see a reflection of myself in high school, also facing the same difficulties. And honestly, through all of this hellish cycle, I have countless times I had breakdowns. I'm crashing out. Wouldn't, you know, should it, what kind of a sane person just keeps on going despite all of this hellish cycle? Maybe I am one of those persons. Despite the countless struggles and hurdles that I face, the continuous, never ending, never stopping hellish cycles of assignments, works, and quizzes and whatnot, somehow we kept on moving. If you see something bad is happening, at some point you might think to yourself that, oh, I should stop, I should actually stop. I should stop all of this pain, all of this suffering. I should just stop. But have we actually stopped? Have we? Looking back into my high school years, it is hard, not gonna lie. I At the same time as a high school student, I was also a student committee with, let's just say, a very huge job distribution, job task. I need to make countless design with very tight deadlines. It's just a mess of everything. And also, matter of fact, with the stress of actually choosing my future career is, on my back. But somehow I managed everything. I actually finished my high school. I'm actually graduating. Maybe it's fine, maybe it is fine if I just doubt myself at moments. Because honestly, looking back, with all of those doubts, with all of those hardships that I faced, once again in high school, it leads me here. It leads me to what I am now. Because honestly, I would never be me with all of those harsh experiences that I faced back in my days, Maybe for once, not for once, for all eternity of our entire life, maybe, it's fine if I'm lacking far away from my friends. Maybe it is fine if somehow I don't get a material in the first try. Maybe it is fine if I failed my quiz. Maybe I guess it's fine if I failed my midterm. Do I enjoy the process? Honestly, I do. I learn a lot. I understand a lot. I learn so much from my mistakes. And look where I'm now. If for one moment I give up, I would never do this video. I'm still struggling through all of my assignment. Heck, even choosing this topic itself is like really hard. And once again, if I actually stop at one moment and just give up everything, this video would never be made. I would never be standing on this sad stage talking to everyone, talking to you guys. Why? Because I never give up. Despite the amount of self-doubt that we had in ourselves, we're still here. We still succeed. We still, push our ways, push our limits to actually finish the amount of the task that we are given. So once again, despite all of the struggles and hurdles, we actually did it. So maybe, despite lacking behind my peers, despite not being the most smartest person in the room, despite not being the one with the most experience in the room, I guess that's fine. Because sometimes it's not about how successful you are on life. It's not about how you achieve great things through your assignments or through your grades and stuff. Maybe it's all about the process, the learning process. Maybe it's all about how you never give up on the struggles that you face. And talking about struggles, I do have a struggle. Choosing a topic and also doing the scientific writing and presentation skill assignment of making a TEDx talk for session 13 assignment. But, I guess I did it. I finished the assignment. And with that, I can proudly say and end this assignment with saying thank you for coming to my TED Talk.